Hello to everyone. I am Alex. Welcome, everyone. Today, we're excited to dive into new words and phrases that will make your English sound more natural and engaging. Let's go through some expressions that are great for day-to-day conversations.
Hi everyone, I am Alexa. Yes, this will be fun and helpful for those looking to expand their vocabulary. Let's get started.
Let's begin with get the hang of. This phrase means to start understanding or becoming good at something. For example, it took me a while, but I finally got the hang of cooking. It's perfect for expressing improvement with practice.
Great start, Alex. Another useful phrase is out of the blue. This means something happens unexpectedly. For example, out of the blue, he called after years of no contact. It's good for surprising events.
Here's one more. In the same boat. This means you're in a similar situation as someone else. Like, we're all in the same boat with this project. It's great for showing empathy or shared experiences.
Good one. And here's a piece of cake. This is used when something is very easy. For example, the test was a piece of cake. It adds a fun touch to describe simple tasks.
Let's look at keep an eye on. This phrase means to watch something closely. For example, can you keep an eye on my bag? It's often used when you're being cautious.
Yes, and a related phrase is watch your back, meaning to be cautious of your surroundings. For example, watch your back in a new place. It's handy for talking about safety.
Another one is on the ball. It's used to describe someone who's alert and attentive. For instance, she's really on the ball at work. It's a great compliment for someone who's sharp.
Speaking of compliments, try sharp as a tack. It's a way to say someone is very smart. For example, the new employee is sharp as a tack. It adds flair to praise intelligence.
Next, we have spill the beans. It means to reveal a secret. For example, she accidentally spilled the beans about the surprise party. It's fun for sharing gossip or secrets.
Yes, and let the cat out of the bag is similar. It means to accidentally reveal a secret. He let the cat out of the bag about the promotion. Another fun one for talking about surprises.
How about bend over backwards? This means to make a great effort to help someone. For example, she bent over backwards to ensure the project succeeded. It's useful for showing hard work.
That's perfect. Another is go the extra mile, which means to make an extra effort. For instance, he always goes the extra mile for his clients. It's great for dedication.
Now let's discuss hit the nail on the head. This means to get something exactly right. For instance, you hit the nail on the head with that answer. It's a good way to acknowledge accuracy.
And a similar one is spot on, which means precisely correct. For example, your analysis was spot on. It's a concise way to praise someone's exactness.
Let's go with break the ice now. This means to initiate a conversation in a comfortable way. For example, he told a joke to break the ice. It's perfect for social situations.
Yes, another is get the ball rolling, meaning to start something. Like, let's get the ball rolling on the project. It's useful for beginning activities.
Next is cutting corners. This phrase means to do something quickly by skipping some steps. For example, we can't cut corners on quality. It's helpful in work contexts.
Right, and by the book means to follow rules exactly. For example, he did the project by the book. It's great for describing following rules.
Now for put your foot down, it means to be firm on a decision. For example, she put her foot down about the deadline. It's helpful for expressing resolve.
Perfect, and hold your ground is similar, meaning to stay firm. He held his ground during the debate. It's strong for opinions.
Here's jump the gun. It means to act as soon. For example, she jumped the gun by sending the email. It's useful for caution.
Another is on thin ice, meaning in a risky position. For instance, he's on thin ice with his grades. Great for describing caution.
Let's talk about be in hot water. It means to be in trouble. For example, he's in hot water with his boss. It's handy for tricky situations.
Yes, and hit rock bottom means reaching a low point. For example, he hit rock bottom after losing his job. It's great for challenges.
Here's hit the road, meaning to leave or start traveling. Let's hit the road early. It's casual and fun for trips.
Great, and off the beaten path means an unusual route. She likes places off the beaten path. It's perfect for unique travel.
Let's go with a blessing in disguise. It means something good came from a bad situation. Losing that job was a blessing in disguise.
And silver lining means a positive aspect in a difficult situation. There's a silver lining in every challenge.
Here's a good one. Throw in the towel. It means to give up on something. For instance, after trying multiple times, he finally threw in the towel on the project. This phrase is common for admitting defeat.
And another is in the blink of an eye, which means something happens very quickly. For example, summer went by in the blink of an eye. It's perfect to express how fast something occurs.
Try bite off more than you can chew. It means to take on more than you can handle. For example, he bit off more than he could chew with that big project. This is great for showing overwhelm.
A similar one is spread yourself too thin. It means to try to do too much at once. For example, she's spreading herself too thin with all her responsibilities. It's useful for being overcommitted.
Another phrase is see eye to eye, meaning to agree with someone. For instance, they finally saw eye to eye on the issue. It's great for talking about harmony or shared views.
Yes, and the ball is in your court means it's someone's turn to make a decision. For example, I've done my part. Now the ball is in your court. It's useful for responsibility.
Try putting all your eggs in one basket. This means relying on just one thing or plan. For instance, he's putting all his eggs in one basket by investing in that company.
And don't count your chickens before they hatch means don't assume something will happen before it actually does. For example, she counted her chickens before they hatched with her job offer.
Here's burning the midnight oil. It means staying up late to work. For example, she's been burning the midnight oil to finish her project. Great for describing hard work.
And hit the sack means to go to bed. For example, after a long day, I'm ready to hit the sack. It's a casual way to say sleep or rest.
Here's the last straw. It means the final event that makes someone lose patience. For example, when he arrived late again, it was the last straw. It's great for expressing frustration.
And take it with a grain of salt means not to take something too seriously. For instance, take his advice with a grain of salt. He's not an expert. This is useful when you want to question the reliability of something.
Let's try on cloud 9, which means being extremely happy. For example, she's on cloud 9 after getting her dream job. It's a fun way to express joy.
Yes, and walking on air is similar, meaning to feel very happy. For instance, he's been walking on air since he won the competition. It adds color to positive emotions.
Here's under the weather, meaning to feel sick or unwell. For example, she's a bit under the weather today. It's a gentle way to talk about feeling unwell.
Another is full of beans, meaning someone has a lot of energy. For example, the kids were full of beans at the party. This phrase is perfect for describing liveliness.
Next, the elephant in the room describes an obvious problem everyone ignores. For instance, no one mentioned the elephant in the room during the meeting. It's useful for awkward situations.
Right, and skeletons in the closet refers to secrets from the past. For example, everyone has skeletons in their closet. It's great for describing hidden issues.
Try like to peas in a pod for people who are very similar. For example, they're like to peas in a pod. They do everything together. It's ideal for close friendships.
Another is birds of a feather, meaning people with similar interests. They're birds of a feather when it comes to hobbies. It's fun for describing similarities in friendships.
Here's water under the bridge, meaning something in the past that no longer matters. We argued, but that's water under the bridge now. It's helpful for moving past issues.
And forgive and forget also means letting go of past issues. I believe in forgive and forget. It's perfect for peaceful resolutions.
Let's try keep your fingers crossed, meaning to hope for good luck. For example, I have an interview, so keep your fingers crossed for me. It's common for wishing luck.
And knock on wood is similar, often said to avoid bad luck. For example, I haven't been sick this year, knock on wood. It's casual and fun for superstitions.
Here's bite the bullet, which means to face something difficult bravely. He had to bite the bullet and apologize. It's useful for tough situations.
And face the music means to accept the consequences. For instance, he made a mistake, and now he has to face the music. It's strong for accountability.
Try let your hair down, which means to relax and be yourself. After work, it's nice to let your hair down. It's a fun phrase for unwinding.
And blow off some steam is similar, meaning to release stress. Going for a run helps me blow off steam. Great for self-care and relaxation.
Here's turn over a new leaf, meaning to start fresh or make a positive change. He decided to turn over a new leaf with his habits. It's motivating for self-improvement.
And start from scratch means to begin something completely new. We had to start from scratch after the project failed. It's great for describing fresh starts.
Lastly, break new ground means to do something innovative. Her ideas really break new ground in technology. It's perfect for describing progress.
And push the envelope is similar, meaning to go beyond limits. He always pushes the envelope with his creativity. It's great for pushing boundaries in any field.
Let's go within hot water, which means to be in trouble. For example, he's in hot water after missing that deadline. It's a vivid way to describe a tough situation.
And bend over backward means to make an extra effort for someone. For instance, she bent over backward to help her friend move. It's perfect for showing generosity or effort.
Here's throw caution to the wind, meaning to take a risk. He threw caution to the wind and quit his job to travel. It's useful when someone does something bold without fear.
And skating on thin ice means doing something risky or dangerous. He's skating on thin ice with those comments. It's excellent for warning someone about risky behavior.
Next, the best of both worlds describes a situation where you get the benefits of two different things. For example, working remotely gives her the best of both worlds. It's a positive way to show balance.
Similar is a win-win situation, meaning everyone benefits. For example, their partnership is a win-win situation for both companies. It's great for outcomes where everyone is satisfied. Similar is a win-win situation, meaning everyone benefits. For example, their partnership is a win-win situation for both companies. It's great for outcomes where everyone is satisfied.
Try throw someone under the bus, which means to blame someone to protect yourself. He threw his friend under the bus to avoid trouble. It's a strong phrase to describe betrayal.
And hit the ground running means to start something with enthusiasm. She hit the ground running on her first day at work. It's a great way to show immediate effort and excitement.
Lastly, the tip of the iceberg means a small part of a bigger issue. The arguments are just the tip of the iceberg in their problems. It's ideal for describing complex situations.
And don't judge a book by its cover means not to judge something based on appearance. He may seem quiet, but don't judge a book by its cover, a classic reminder to look deeper.
Thanks for joining us on this language journey. We hope these phrases give you more ways to express yourself.
Absolutely, keep practicing, and they'll become second nature. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time with more English tips.